Welcome to Wisdom Audiobooks. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the pressure to meet societal expectations or compare yourself to others? Do you know that lasting success often begins with focusing on yourself and working hard in silence? In this audiobook, we will explore how redirecting your energy inward and embracing quiet perseverance can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Let's embark on this transformative journey together. Introduction. The audiobook Focus on Yourself and Work Hard in Silence is written and published by Wisdom Audiobooks. I understand the struggles many of you are facing today. Whether it's the constant pressure to prove yourself on social media, the fear of falling behind in life, or the frustration of not seeing immediate results from your efforts, these feelings can weigh heavily on your mind. You may feel lost, unsure of where to focus, or even question whether all your hard work is worth it. As someone who has walked this path before, I want to tell you that you're not alone. These challenges are universal, but they don't have to define you. What matters most is how you respond to them. Let me take a moment to acknowledge what you might be going through right now. Perhaps you've spent countless hours scrolling through social media, comparing your progress to others. Maybe you've felt discouraged because no one seems to notice your silent dedication. Or maybe you're simply tired of running on a treadmill of endless expectations without feeling any closer to true fulfillment. Believe me when I say that I see you, I hear you, and I understand you. This audiobook was created with you in mind, to guide you back to yourself and remind you of the power within you. In the next hour, we will dive deep into practical strategies and timeless wisdom to help you overcome these challenges. You'll learn how to redirect your focus inward and stop seeking validation from external sources. Embrace the beauty of working quietly and consistently toward your goals. Build discipline and resilience so you can stay committed to your vision, even when things get tough. By the end of this audiobook, you'll walk away with actionable insights that you can apply immediately to transform your mindset and your life. So, grab a notebook, find a quiet space, and prepare to invest in yourself. Remember, as Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The future depends on what you do today." Your wisdom journey starts here. Chapter 1. The Power of Focusing on Yourself. In this chapter, we're going to explore the transformative power of focusing on yourself. Why is this so important? Because when you shift your attention inward, you unlock the ability to grow authentically, make decisions that align with your values, and create a life that truly reflects who you are. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in external distractions, social media, societal expectations, or the need for validation from others. But here's the truth. Lasting fulfillment comes not from chasing applause but from understanding and nurturing your inner self. As the legendary Bruce Lee once said, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own." By the end of this chapter, you'll have actionable insights into how to identify your strengths, let go of comparisons, and prioritize what truly matters to you. So, take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's dive into the first step toward reclaiming your focus and building a foundation for success. 1. Understanding your true worth. Why self-awareness matters. Before you can focus on yourself, you need to understand who you are at your core. This starts with self-awareness, the ability to recognize your strengths, weaknesses, passions, and values. Without this clarity, it's easy to drift aimlessly, wasting energy on things that don't serve your growth. Self-awareness isn't just about introspection, it's about action. When you know what makes you unique, you can channel your efforts into areas where you naturally excel. For example, if you're someone who thrives on creativity, forcing yourself into a rigid, analytical role might leave you feeling unfulfilled. On the other hand, leaning into your creative talents could unlock opportunities you never imagined. As Socrates wisely stated, "Know thyself." These two simple words carry profound weight. They remind us that understanding ourselves is the foundation of all personal development. How to build self-awareness. So, how do you cultivate self-awareness? Here are 3 practical steps. 1. Reflect daily. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day reflecting on your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Ask yourself questions like, what energized me today? What drained me? What did I accomplish that made me proud? Journaling can be incredibly helpful for this process. 2. Seek feedback. Sometimes, others see qualities in us that we overlook. Ask trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues for honest feedback about your strengths and areas for improvement. Be open to their perspectives without judgment. 3. Experiment and observe. Try new activities, hobbies, or projects to discover what resonates with you. Pay attention to how you feel during and after these experiences. Do they excite you? Do they challenge you in a positive way? A real-life example. Let me share a story about Sarah, a young professional who struggled with self-doubt early in her career. She constantly compared herself to her peers, feeling inadequate because she wasn't climbing the corporate ladder as quickly as they were. One day, she decided to take a step back and reflect on what truly mattered to her. Through journaling and conversations with a mentor, she realized her passion lay in teaching and mentoring others, a path she had ignored because it didn't seem prestigious enough. By focusing on her authentic desires, Sarah transitioned to a role as a leadership coach, where she now thrives and impacts countless lives. Sarah's journey teaches us that self-awareness is the key to unlocking your potential. When you stop chasing external validation and start listening to your inner voice, you pave the way for meaningful growth. 2. Stopping the comparison trap. The dangers of constant comparison. One of the biggest barriers to focusing on yourself is the habit of comparing your progress to others. Thanks to social media, we're bombarded daily with curated images of perfection, perfect careers, perfect relationships, perfect bodies. It's no wonder so many people feel inadequate. But here's the reality. Comparison steals joy and stifles progress. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." When you measure yourself against others, you lose sight of your unique journey and accomplishments. Everyone has their own timeline, and comparing yours to someone else's only sets you up for frustration. How to break free from comparison. Breaking free from the comparison trap requires intentional effort. Here are some strategies to help you reclaim your focus. 1. Limit social media consumption. Social media platforms are designed to keep you scrolling, often amplifying feelings of inadequacy. Set boundaries by limiting your screen time or unfollowing accounts that trigger negative emotions. Fill your feed with content that inspires and uplifts you instead. 2. Practice gratitude daily. Shifting your mindset from lack to abundance can work wonders. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for about yourself or your life. This practice helps you focus on what you do have rather than what you perceive you're missing. 3. Only follow accounts that inspire and uplift you instead. Fill your feed with content that inspires and uplifts you instead. 4. Practice gratitude daily. Shifting your mindset from lack to abundance can work wonders. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for about yourself or your life. This practice helps you focus on what you do have rather than what you perceive you're missing. 5. Celebrate small wins. Instead of waiting for monumental achievements, acknowledge and celebrate the small victories along the way. Did you complete a task you've been procrastinating on? Celebrate it. Did you show up for yourself today despite challenges? That's worth celebrating too. A powerful reminder. Remember, every person you admire has faced struggles you may never see. Behind every polished Instagram post or impressive LinkedIn update lies a story of hard work, failures, and resilience. As author Ian Van Zandt beautifully puts it, comparison is an act of violence against the self. When you stop comparing, you give yourself permission to shine in your own light. 3. Prioritizing what truly matters. The importance of setting priorities. Once you've gained clarity about who you are and stopped comparing yourself to others, the next step is prioritizing what truly matters to you. Life is short, and spreading yourself too thin across countless goals and responsibilities will leave you exhausted and unfulfilled. Prioritization isn't just about managing time, it's about aligning your actions with your values. Ask yourself, what are the top 3 areas of my life that deserve my energy right now? Is it your health, career, relationships, or personal growth? Focusing on these priorities ensures that you're investing your time where it counts most. How to identify your priorities. Here's a simple exercise to help you identify your priorities. 1. List your roles. Write down all the roles you play in life: parent, friend, employee, entrepreneur, student, etc. 2. Assign values. Next to each role, write down why it's important to you. For example, being a parent might represent love and legacy, while pursuing a passion project might symbolize creativity and fulfillment. 3. Rank them. Now, rank these roles based on how much energy they currently require versus how much joy they bring you. This will give you a clear picture of where to focus your efforts. Creating a balanced life. Creating a balanced life. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean neglecting other aspects of your life. It means finding harmony between your personal growth and your responsibilities. For instance, if family is a priority but you're also working toward a professional goal, set aside dedicated time for both. Use tools like calendars or productivity apps to organize your schedule effectively. Inspiration from a legend. Oprah Winfrey once said, "You become what you believe. You are where you are today because of everything you've believed." Your priorities reflect your beliefs. What you value most will shape your future. By focusing on what truly matters, you take control of your destiny and create a life aligned with your deepest aspirations. Closing summary for Chapter 1. In this chapter, we explored the power of focusing on yourself by building self-awareness, breaking free from comparison, and setting meaningful priorities. Remember, success begins within. As you move forward, keep reminding yourself, your journey is unique, and your focus determines your reality. Let's carry this mindset into Chapter 2, where we'll delve deeper into embracing silence as a source of strength. Chapter 2. Embracing the silence. In this chapter, we're going to explore the profound power of silence, a force that many overlook but holds the key to deep focus, creativity, and personal growth. In a world filled with noise, notifications buzzing, deadlines looming, and expectations mounting, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But what if I told you that silence isn't just an absence of sound? It's a space where true transformation happens. As Lao Tzu wisely said, silence is a source of great strength. By embracing silence, you can tap into your inner wisdom, sharpen your focus, and create lasting value without the need for external validation. By the end of this chapter, you'll understand how to harness the power of silence to fuel your journey toward success. So, let's step into the quiet and discover its hidden potential. 1. The value of silence in personal growth. Why silence matters. Silence is often misunderstood as emptiness or boredom, but it's actually a fertile ground for growth. When you remove distractions and allow yourself moments of stillness, you create space for reflection, creativity, and clarity. Think of silence as a blank canvas. It's where your ideas take shape and your dreams begin to form. Many successful individuals have credited their achievements to periods of solitude and silence. For example, Albert Einstein famously said, "I live in that solitude which is painful in youth but delicious in the years of maturity." His groundbreaking theories didn't emerge from chaos but from quiet contemplation. How silence enhances focus. One of the greatest benefits of silence is its ability to sharpen your focus. Research shows that constant exposure to noise and interruptions can reduce cognitive performance and increase stress levels. On the other hand, practicing silence, even for short periods, can improve concentration, memory, and decision-making. Here are 3 ways silence enhances focus. 1. Reduces mental clutter. Silence clears your mind of unnecessary distractions, allowing you to channel your energy into what truly matters. 2. Boosts creativity. When you're not bombarded by external stimuli, your brain has room to generate innovative ideas. 3. Encourages deep work. Silence creates the ideal environment for tackling complex tasks that require sustained attention. A real-life example. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became a household name, Rowling spent years working on her manuscript in coffee shops while raising her young child as a single mother. Despite financial struggles and societal judgment, she embraced silence, not literally, but metaphorically, by tuning out negativity and focusing solely on her writing. Her dedication to her craft and quiet perseverance ultimately led to one of the most successful book series in history. Rowling's journey reminds us that silence isn't about isolation. It's about creating a mental sanctuary where your best work can emerge. 2. Overcoming the fear of being unseen. The pressure to be noticed. In today's hyper-connected world, there's immense pressure to be seen, heard, and validated. Social media amplifies this need, making it seem like visibility equals success. But here's the truth: working in silence doesn't mean you're invisible. It means you're choosing to invest in long-term growth rather than seeking instant gratification. As Vincent van Gogh once said, "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together." Many of history's greatest achievements were built quietly, away from the spotlight. The fear of being unseen stems from a misunderstanding of success. It's not about how many people notice you now, but the impact you leave behind in the future. How to embrace being unseen. Embracing silence requires letting go of the need for immediate recognition. Here are 3 strategies to help you overcome the fear of being unseen. 1. Shift your perspective. Instead of focusing on external validation, measure your progress based on internal milestones. Did you learn something new today? Did you move closer to your goal? These are the metrics that truly matter. 2. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Success is rarely instantaneous. By immersing yourself in the process and enjoying the journey, you'll find fulfillment even when no one is watching. As author James Clear puts it, "You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." Build systems that allow you to work steadily, regardless of external applause. 3. Visualize long-term impact. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of the bigger picture. Imagine how your consistent efforts will compound over time. For instance, writing just 500 words a day may seem insignificant, but after a year, you'll have a full manuscript. This mindset shift helps you stay committed to your silent work. A powerful reminder. Remember, every masterpiece takes time to create. The sculptor chips away at the marble in silence before unveiling the statue. Similarly, your patience and perseverance in silence will eventually lead to something extraordinary. As Mahatma Gandhi famously said, "In a gentle way, you can shake the world." Your quiet dedication has the power to create ripples far beyond what you can imagine. 3. Creating a conducive environment for silence. The role of environment in productivity. Your environment plays a crucial role in helping you embrace silence. A chaotic or cluttered space can make it difficult to focus, while a calm and organized setting fosters clarity and creativity. Think of your environment as the foundation upon which your silent work is built. Creating a conducive environment doesn't necessarily mean retreating to a remote cabin in the woods, though that sounds lovely. It's about designing a space that minimizes distractions and maximizes your ability to concentrate. How to design your silent space. Here are practical steps to create an environment that supports silence. 1. Declutter your physical space. A tidy workspace reduces mental clutter. Take a few minutes each day to organize your desk, remove unnecessary items, and keep only what inspires you, like a notebook, a plant, or a meaningful quote. 2. Minimize digital distractions. Turn off non-essential notifications, set your phone to Do Not Disturb, and use apps like Forest or Focus at Will to block distracting websites. If possible, designate specific times for checking emails or social media. 3. Incorporate nature. Studies show that exposure to natural elements boosts mood and productivity. Add plants to your workspace, open a window for fresh air, or take short breaks outdoors to reconnect with nature. Finding silence in everyday life. Silence isn't limited to physical spaces, it's also a state of mind. Even if you live in a bustling city or share your home with others, you can carve out moments of silence. Here's how. Morning rituals. Start your day with 10 minutes of meditation, journaling, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea. This sets a peaceful tone for the rest of the day. Mindful breaks. Throughout the day, pause for a few minutes to breathe deeply and reset your focus. Use these moments to reflect on your progress and recharge your energy. Evening reflection. Before bed, spend a few minutes reviewing your day. What went well? What could be improved? This practice helps you end the day with intention and prepares you for tomorrow. A real-life example. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, one of history's most prolific inventors. Despite his fame, Edison understood the importance of silence and solitude. He often worked late into the night in his laboratory, surrounded by tools and experiments, completely absorbed in his craft. His willingness to embrace silence allowed him to innovate and bring groundbreaking inventions, like the light bulb, to life. Edison's legacy teaches us that greatness often emerges from quiet dedication. By creating an environment that nurtures silence, you too can unlock your creative potential. Closing summary for Chapter 2. In this chapter, we explored the transformative power of silence. From sharpening your focus to overcoming the fear of being unseen, silence offers countless benefits for personal growth. By designing a conducive environment and embracing moments of stillness, you can tap into your inner strength and achieve remarkable results. As you move forward, remember the words of Rumi. Silence is the language of God, all else is poor translation. Silence speaks volumes, not through words, but through actions and outcomes. Let this chapter inspire you to embrace silence as a powerful ally in your journey towards success. Chapter 3. Building Discipline and Consistency. In this chapter, we're going to explore the foundation of long-term success, discipline and consistency. These two qualities are often overlooked in a world that glorifies overnight achievements, but they are the true engines of lasting growth. Discipline is the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when motivation wanes. Consistency is the practice of showing up every day, no matter how small the effort may seem. Together, they create a powerful combination that propels you forward, step by step, toward your dreams. As Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. By building disciplined habits and maintaining consistency, you can transform your life in ways you never thought possible. By the end of this chapter, you'll have practical strategies to cultivate discipline, stay consistent, and overcome the challenges that stand in your way. Let's dive in and discover how to make discipline and consistency your greatest allies. 1. The power of small habits. Why small habits matter. When it comes to personal development, most people focus on big, sweeping changes, like losing 20 pounds in a month or mastering a skill in a week. While these ambitious goals may sound exciting, they're often unsustainable. Instead, the real magic lies in small, consistent habits. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, explains that tiny improvements compound over time. For example, improving just 1% each day can lead to a 37-fold increase in performance over a year. This principle applies to any area of life, whether it's fitness, productivity, or personal growth. How to build small habits that stick. Building habits isn't about willpower, it's about creating systems that make good behaviors automatic. Here's how you can start. 1. Start small. Focus on actions so simple that they feel effortless. Want to read more? Start with just 1 page a day. Want to exercise regularly? Begin with 5 minutes of stretching. The key is to remove resistance and make the habit easy to adopt. 2. Use triggers. Pair new habits with existing routines. For instance, if you want to meditate daily, do it right after brushing your teeth. Over time, the trigger will remind you to take action without needing extra motivation. 3. Track your progress. Use a habit tracker or journal to monitor your consistency. Seeing your streak grow can be incredibly motivating and reinforce your commitment. A real-life example. Consider the story of Jerry Seinfeld, the legendary comedian. Early in his career, Seinfeld realized that creativity wasn't something you could force, it had to be cultivated daily. To maintain his edge, he started a simple habit, writing jokes every single day. He marked each day on a calendar with a red X, creating a visual chain that motivated him to keep going. His "Don't break the chain" method became famous because it highlighted the power of consistency in achieving excellence. Seinfeld's approach teaches us that greatness doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort. It comes from showing up, day after day, and doing the work. 2. Staying disciplined when motivation fades. The myth of motivation. Motivation is like a spark, it ignites action, but it's unpredictable and fleeting. Relying solely on motivation to achieve your goals is a recipe for frustration. On the other hand, discipline is like a steady flame, it burns consistently, regardless of external circumstances. As motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without discipline, even the best intentions remain unfulfilled." How to stay disciplined. Here are 3 strategies to help you stay disciplined when motivation dips. 1. Set clear intentions. Before starting any task, ask yourself why it matters. Connecting your actions to a deeper purpose gives you the strength to push through challenges. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, remind yourself that it's not just about looking good, it's about feeling healthy and energized. 2. Create accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust, whether it's a friend, mentor, or coach. Knowing that someone else is counting on you can boost your commitment. Alternatively, use apps like HabitShare to track progress with a community. 3. Reward and reflect. Celebrate milestones along the way, no matter how small. After completing a challenging task, take a moment to reflect on your achievement. This reinforces positive behavior and keeps you motivated. A real-life example. Let me share the story of Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Known for his relentless work ethic, Kobe famously adhered to a strict routine called the 6 a.m. rule. Every morning, he woke up at 4 a.m. to train before the rest of the world even started their day. Even on days when he didn't feel motivated, Kobe showed up because discipline was ingrained in his identity. Kobe's dedication wasn't just about physical training, it extended to mental preparation as well. He studied game footage, analyzed opponents' strategies, and constantly sought ways to improve. His mantra, "The most important thing is to try and inspire others so they can be great in whatever they want to do," reflects the mindset of someone who prioritized discipline over fleeting motivation. Kobe's legacy reminds us that greatness is built through consistent effort, even when no one is watching. By adopting a similar approach, you too can achieve extraordinary results. 3. Overcoming procrastination and resistance. Understanding procrastination. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of discipline and consistency. It tricks you into believing that you'll feel more motivated later or that a task isn't urgent enough to tackle now. But here's the truth, procrastination is often rooted in fear of failure, fear of imperfection, or fear of the unknown. As author Stephen Pressfield writes in The War of Art, "Resistance is the most toxic force on earth. It's invisible, internal, and insidious. Resistance manifests as procrastination, self-doubt, or distractions, and it thrives when you avoid taking action. The antidote? Start small and build momentum." How to overcome procrastination. Here are 3 proven techniques to help you conquer procrastination. 1. Break tasks into manageable steps. Large tasks can feel overwhelming, which leads to avoidance. Break them down into smaller, actionable steps. For example, instead of saying, "I need to write a book," start with, "I will write 200 words today." This makes the task less intimidating and easier to begin. 2. Use the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This rule helps you overcome inertia and builds momentum for bigger tasks. Once you've completed several quick wins, you'll feel more inclined to tackle larger projects. 3. Visualize the end result. Imagine how good it will feel to complete the task. Will it bring you closer to your goals? Will it reduce stress or free up time for other priorities? Focusing on the benefits of finishing can motivate you to take action. A powerful reminder. Remember, procrastination doesn't mean you're lazy, it means you're human. Everyone experiences moments of resistance, but the key is to acknowledge it and take action anyway. As Mel Robbins, author of the 5-Second Rule, says, "If you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds or your brain will kill it." Use this insight to push past hesitation and start moving toward your goals. 4. Maintaining momentum over time. The importance of long-term commitment. Building discipline and consistency isn't a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. While starting is important, maintaining momentum is equally crucial. Many people fall into the trap of quitting when progress feels slow or when challenges arise. But true success comes from persevering through these tough times. As Winston Churchill famously said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." This quote encapsulates the essence of long-term commitment. No matter how difficult the journey becomes, continuing to show up is what ultimately leads to breakthroughs. How to stay committed. Here are 3 strategies to help you maintain momentum over time. 1. Review your goals regularly. Revisit your goals weekly or monthly to ensure they still align with your values and vision. Adjust them if necessary, but stay focused on the bigger picture. 2. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Instead of waiting until you've achieved everything, celebrate incremental progress along the way. Each small win reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. 3. Surround yourself with positivity. Build a support system of like-minded individuals who encourage and inspire you. Avoid negative influences that drain your energy or discourage your efforts. A final thought. Consistency may seem mundane at times, but its power lies in repetition. Just as water carves through rock with persistence, your consistent efforts will eventually lead to profound change. Trust the process, and remember that every step forward matters. Closing summary for Chapter 3. In this chapter, we explored the critical role of discipline and consistency in achieving long-term success. From building small habits to overcoming procrastination, we uncovered practical strategies to help you stay committed to your goals. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection, it's about showing up, even when it's hard. As you move forward, keep in mind the words of Jim Rohn. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. By embracing discipline and consistency, you lay the foundation for sustainable growth and fulfillment. Chapter 4. Overcoming obstacles and staying resilient. In this chapter, we're going to tackle one of the most challenging aspects of personal growth, overcoming obstacles and staying resilient. Life is full of ups and downs, and no matter how hard you work or how focused you are, setbacks are inevitable. The key to success isn't avoiding challenges, it's learning how to face them with courage and determination. As Helen Keller once said, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it." Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, and it's a skill you can develop over time. By the end of this chapter, you'll have practical tools to help you navigate difficult times, overcome fear, and stay committed to your goals. Let's dive into the strategies that will empower you to rise above any obstacle and emerge stronger than ever. 1. Understanding the nature of obstacles. Why obstacles are inevitable. Obstacles are a natural part of life. Whether it's a failed project, a rejected application, or an unexpected personal challenge, everyone faces moments that test their resolve. While it's tempting to view these setbacks as roadblocks, they're actually opportunities for growth. As Ryan Holiday writes in his book The Obstacle is the Way, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This philosophy draws from Stoicism, teaching us that obstacles aren't meant to stop us, they're meant to shape us. How to reframe obstacles. Reframing your perspective on obstacles is the first step toward overcoming them. Here's how you can shift your mindset. 1. See challenges as lessons. Every setback carries a lesson. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? For example, if you didn't get the job you wanted, analyze your interview performance and identify areas for improvement. 2. Focus on what you can control. While you can't control every situation, you can control how you respond. Direct your energy toward actionable steps rather than dwelling on things outside your influence. 3. Embrace discomfort. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. The more you expose yourself to challenges, the stronger and more adaptable you become. A real-life example. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's resilience stemmed from his belief that failure was simply part of the process. His persistence eventually led to one of the most transformative inventions in history. Edison's journey reminds us that obstacles are not the end, they're stepping stones to success. 2. Facing fear head-on. The role of fear in holding you back. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to personal growth. It manifests in many forms: fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown. While fear is a natural human emotion, allowing it to dictate your actions can prevent you from reaching your full potential. As Susan Jeffers writes in her book Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, the only way to get rid of the fear of doing something is to go out and do it. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action despite feeling afraid. How to conquer your fears. Here are 3 strategies to help you face fear head-on. 1. Acknowledge your fear. The first step to overcoming fear is recognizing it. Write down what scares you and why. Often, simply naming your fear reduces its power over you. 2. Take small risks. Start by taking small, calculated risks that push you slightly outside your comfort zone. For example, if public speaking terrifies you, begin by sharing your thoughts in a small group setting. Gradually increase the difficulty as your confidence grows. 3. Visualize success. Imagine yourself succeeding despite your fears. Visualization primes your mind for positive outcomes and helps reduce anxiety. A real-life example. Let me share the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before achieving global success, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers who didn't believe in her manuscript. At the time, she was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. Despite these challenges, she refused to let fear or rejection define her. Rowling once said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case, you fail by default." Her courage to keep submitting her work despite repeated rejections ultimately led to one of the most successful book series in history. Rowling's journey teaches us that fear of failure shouldn't stop you from pursuing your dreams. Instead, use it as fuel to push forward and prove yourself wrong. 3. Building emotional resilience. What is emotional resilience? Emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to stressful situations and recover quickly from adversity. It's not about avoiding pain or hardship, it's about developing the mental strength to navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. As Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor and author of Man's Search for Meaning, wrote, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." This profound insight highlights the power of perspective in building resilience. How to cultivate emotional resilience. Here are 3 strategies to help you build emotional resilience. 1. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during difficult times. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment, and remind yourself that everyone experiences setbacks. Treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend in need. 2. Develop a growth mindset. Embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Instead of viewing failures as permanent, see them as temporary setbacks that provide valuable lessons. Carol Dweck, psychologist and author of Mindset, emphasizes that a growth mindset fosters resilience by encouraging continuous improvement. 3. Build a support system. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Share your struggles with trusted friends or mentors who can offer guidance and encouragement. Having a strong support network reminds you that you're not alone in facing adversity. A powerful reminder. Remember, resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you cultivate over time. Every challenge you face strengthens your ability to handle future obstacles. As Maya Angelou wisely said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." Let this mantra guide you through tough times. 4. Turning setbacks into comebacks. The power of perspective. Setbacks can feel devastating in the moment, but they often pave the way for even greater successes. The key is to shift your perspective and view setbacks as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Take the example of Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple. In 1985, Jobs was famously ousted from the company he helped create. While this setback could have ended his career, Jobs used it as an opportunity to reinvent himself. He founded Next, a computer platform development company, and Pixar Animation Studios, which revolutionized the animation industry. Eventually, he returned to Apple and led the company to unprecedented success with products like the iPhone and iPad. Jobs' story illustrates that setbacks are rarely the end, they're often the beginning of something extraordinary. How to turn setbacks into successes. Here are 3 steps to help you transform setbacks into comebacks. 1. Analyze what went wrong. Take a step back and objectively assess the situation. Identify what factors contributed to the setback and how you can address them moving forward. 2. Revisit your vision. Remind yourself why you started in the first place. Reconnecting with your purpose will reignite your motivation and help you stay focused on the bigger picture. 3. Adapt and evolve. Use the lessons learned from your setback to refine your approach. Flexibility and adaptability are essential traits for overcoming challenges and achieving long-term success. A final thought. Every great success story includes moments of failure and resilience. What sets successful people apart is their ability to rise after falling. As Nelson Mandela famously said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." Let this inspire you to persevere, no matter how tough the journey becomes. Closing summary for Chapter 4. In this chapter, we explored the importance of overcoming obstacles and staying resilient in the face of adversity. From reframing challenges to conquering fear and building emotional resilience, we uncovered practical strategies to help you navigate life's toughest moments. Remember, obstacles are not barriers, they're opportunities for growth. By embracing setbacks and staying committed to your goals, you'll emerge stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. As you move forward, keep in mind the words of Winston Churchill. If you're going through hell, keep going. Resilience is the key to unlocking your full potential and achieving lasting success. Chapter 5. Achieving Success in Your Own Way. In this chapter, we're going to redefine what success truly means, and how you can achieve it on your own terms. Society often tells us that success looks a certain way: a high-paying job, a lavish lifestyle, or widespread recognition. But here's the truth: success is deeply personal. It's about living a life that aligns with your values, passions, and purpose. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." By the end of this chapter, you'll have a clear understanding of how to define success for yourself, measure your progress authentically, and create a life that brings you genuine fulfillment. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. 1. Redefining success for yourself. Why society's definition of success falls short. For too long, society has dictated what success should look like. We're bombarded with images of celebrities, entrepreneurs, and influencers who seem to have it all. But here's the catch: their version of success may not resonate with you. Chasing someone else's idea of success often leads to burnout, dissatisfaction, and a sense of emptiness. As author Deepak Chopra wisely stated, success in life could be defined as the continued expansion of happiness and the progressive realization of worthy goals. True success isn't about external validation, it's about inner fulfillment and growth. How to define your own success. Defining success for yourself requires introspection and honesty. Here's how you can craft a personalized vision of success. 1. Identify your core values. What matters most to you? Is it family, creativity, freedom, impact, or something else? Write down your top 3 values and use them as a compass to guide your decisions. 2. Visualize your ideal life. Imagine waking up every day feeling fulfilled and excited about your work and relationships. What does that life look like? Be specific. Consider your career, health, hobbies, and personal connections. 3. Set meaningful goals. Break your vision into actionable goals that align with your values. For example, if creativity is important to you, set a goal to dedicate time each week to painting, writing, or exploring new artistic outlets. A real-life example. Consider the story of Chris Gardner, whose life inspired the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. Despite facing homelessness and poverty while raising his young son, Gardner never lost sight of his dream to become a successful stockbroker. He redefined success for himself as providing stability and opportunities for his family, rather than chasing societal expectations. His perseverance eventually led him to build a thriving career and a fulfilling life. Gardner's story reminds us that success is deeply personal. By staying true to your values and vision, you can create a life that feels meaningful to you. 2. Measuring progress without external validation. The trap of seeking approval. One of the biggest challenges in achieving success is breaking free from the need for external validation. We often look to others, friends, family, colleagues, or social media followers, to confirm that we're on the right path. But relying on external approval can leave you feeling unfulfilled, as it shifts your focus away from your true goals. As Brené Brown, author of Daring Greatly, writes, "Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. True progress comes from within, not from the opinions of others." How to measure progress authentically. Here are 3 ways to track your growth without relying on external validation. 1. Celebrate personal milestones. Focus on achievements that matter to you, no matter how small. Did you complete a challenging project? Did you improve a skill? Take time to acknowledge these wins. 2. Reflect on your journey. Regularly review how far you've come. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to someone else today. This perspective helps you appreciate your unique path. 3. Seek internal fulfillment. Ask yourself, does this make me happy? Does it align with my values? If the answer is yes, you're on the right track, regardless of what others think. A real-life example. Let me share the story of Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Before becoming a self-made billionaire, Blakely faced countless rejections and doubts from others. When she first pitched her idea for footless pantyhose, many manufacturers dismissed her concept as impractical. Yet, instead of seeking approval, Blakely focused on her belief in the product and her vision for empowering women through innovative shapewear. She once said, "Don't be intimidated by what you don't know. That can be your greatest strength, and ensure that you do things differently from everyone else." By measuring her progress based on her own standards, not external validation, Blakely built a global brand that transformed an entire industry. Blakely's journey teaches us that success isn't about pleasing others. It's about staying true to your vision and trusting the process. 3. Creating a balanced and fulfilling life. Why balance matters. Achieving success in your own way doesn't mean neglecting other areas of your life. True fulfillment comes from creating harmony between your personal, professional, and emotional well-being. Striving for balance ensures that you not only achieve your goals but also enjoy the journey along the way. As Arianna Huffington, founder of the Huffington Post, writes in her book Thrive, "We need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that we'll screw up royally sometimes, but that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success." Balancing ambition with self-care allows you to thrive without burning out. How to create balance. Here are 3 strategies to help you design a fulfilling and balanced life. 1. Prioritize self-care. Make time for activities that recharge your mind and body, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time with loved ones. Remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. 2. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to tasks or commitments that drain your energy or don't align with your priorities. Protecting your time ensures that you can focus on what truly matters. 3. Celebrate small joys. Find happiness in everyday moments. A warm cup of coffee, a meaningful conversation, or a beautiful sunset. These small pleasures remind you to appreciate the present. A powerful reminder. Balance doesn't mean perfection. It means making intentional choices that honor your needs and values. As author Anne Lamott puts it, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Taking breaks and nurturing yourself is key to sustaining long-term success. 4. Living a life of purpose and impact. The importance of purpose. At the heart of achieving success in your own way lies purpose. Purpose gives your life direction and meaning, transforming ordinary actions into extraordinary contributions. When you live with purpose, even the smallest efforts feel significant because they align with something greater than yourself. As Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, "Those who have a why to live can bear almost any how." Discovering your purpose empowers you to overcome challenges and stay committed to your goals. How to live with purpose. Here are 3 steps to help you uncover and live your purpose. 1. Ask yourself key questions. Reflect on what brings you joy, what problems you're passionate about solving, and how you can use your unique talents to make a difference. 2. Take action toward your purpose. Once you've identified your purpose, take consistent action to bring it to life. Whether it's volunteering, mentoring, or pursuing a passion project, every step counts. 3. Inspire others along the way. Living with purpose naturally inspires those around you. Share your journey, offer support, and encourage others to find their own paths to fulfillment. Living a life of purpose doesn't require grand gestures. It's about making a positive impact in ways that resonate with you. As Mahatma Gandhi famously said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." By focusing on serving others and contributing to the world, you'll discover unparalleled satisfaction and joy. Audiobook conclusion. As we come to the end of Focus on Yourself and Work Hard in Silence, let's take a moment to reflect on the key lessons we've explored together. Chapter 1. We learn the power of focusing on yourself, understanding your true worth, stopping comparisons, and prioritizing what truly matters. Chapter 2. We discovered the transformative strength of silence and how it fosters focus, creativity, and resilience. Chapter 3. We build discipline and consistency, turning small habits into powerful engines of long-term success. Chapter 4. We faced obstacles head-on, cultivating emotional resilience and transforming setbacks into comebacks. Chapter 5. Finally, we redefine success on our own terms, creating a balanced, purpose-driven life that aligns with our values and passions. These lessons are not just ideas. They're tools you can use every single day to grow, thrive, and create the life you deserve. Now, it's time for you to take these insights and put them into action. Remember, knowledge without application is like a car without fuel. It won't get you anywhere. Start small, but start today. Maybe it's setting aside 10 minutes each morning for reflection. Maybe it's embracing silence by turning off distractions and focusing on your goals. Or perhaps it's redefining success for yourself and taking one step toward living a more authentic life. Whatever it is, trust that every effort counts. As Tony Robbins once said, "The only impossible journey is the one you never begin." So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Over time, these small actions will compound into extraordinary results. Most importantly, be patient with yourself. Growth takes time, and setbacks are part of the process. Keep pushing forward, knowing that every challenge you overcome makes you stronger and wiser. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to thank you for joining me on this journey. Your decision to invest your time in this audiobook shows your commitment to personal growth, and that's something to celebrate. If you found value in this content, I'd love for you to share it with others who might benefit. Like, comment, and subscribe to the Wisdom Audiobooks channel so you don't miss future releases. Together, let's build a community of inspired individuals dedicated to self-improvement and meaningful impact. Finally, remember this: the journey of wisdom never truly ends. As Confucius wisely said, "It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop." Keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining your light on the world. Thank you, and until next time, stay focused, stay resilient, and work hard in silence. Your success story is waiting to unfold.